Well, hello there, and welcome to this first YouTube video on my channel. Official video, at least. That's not a stream VOD or stream recording. Today, we are going to play the demo of Pragmata. This is a game I think I saw a couple months back. Really liked everything about it when I saw the trailer, so I was like, oh, as soon as this comes out, I'm definitely going to jump on it. It had pretty much, I'd say, a lot of things that I really wanted in a game, and it had also a mix of a game that I really loved, Anthem by EA, a while ago. Shout out to anybody that knows about it. So I said, why not? The demo's out. Discord actually recommended playing it, so I was like, ain't no way this game is out already. Went to check, the sketchbook was available, so I gave it a try. Sadly, this is a voiceover. My actual recordings in the game were not captured because microphone settings, but I'll try to go through it and how do I put this? Make it as genuine as possible. Obviously, it's not going to be my reactions to it, which phenomenal reactions. It's a crime that you guys don't get to hear it, but you know what? We move on. You know, things only can get better. But let's take a look at what we have here. Never done a voiceover before like this. I'm trying to go over it. I'll try to be quiet when there's interactions as well. Right, at this point, I realized the graphics are stunning. A lot of computer games or games in general, when you play, the hair looks weird. But if you look at the little child character there, the hair looked amazing. And straight up off the butt, I was like, oh, okay. It's just this normal FPS. But I realized, hey, my shots are not hitting that much. What's going on? Turns out she was the main, I'd say, main thing needed. Not to give any spoilers, but look at this. It was amazing. This is a mechanic that, for whatever reason, just I don't know what it is, if it's the sounds or the design itself, reminds me of Anthem. And obviously the main character, or I guess they're both main characters, but the gentleman himself, his suit reminds me of Anthem. But yeah, this is so reach the green exit node to hack targets. You aim, you press your mouse side buttons, and then you move your mouse around, which was very inconvenient because what do you mean I gotta be moving my mouse while I'm doing that? I played it second time around. I loved it. It's quite easy to get used to, but the first time it was very confusing. So a lunar filament can be absorbed and copy any information it comes in contact with, required for various upgrades in the shelter. Spoiler ahead, I didn't use it for anything. I guess because it's the demo, they can't really give out all the information. But there was a lot of them around. I was collecting them left and right like it was nothing. I was having a moment trying to pronounce Lunum because I thought I was an I and I was calling Unum. But hey, we move, okay? So every enemy you kill drops that as well. And I think, so not that I think, the target of the hacking is basically go through all the blue boxes to optimize your hack and then reach the green. And you deal more damage. As you can see, it goes from 33. And then the more blue boxes you click on, the higher the damage will go. But these are things I didn't notice when I was playing. I was so into the game. I was just playing for the fun of it. During investigation of abnormalities at a cradle, Hugh Williams becomes isolated and meets a young android, Diana. So yeah, the little child with us is an android. The two heads to the top of the floor. Huh. I'm even slower rereading these back, but I hope you're able to read it yourself. And here, oh my god, it just hit me. The graphics were amazing. Movement feels so good, and the scanning feature, not every game should have it, but when a game has it, it feels good. Because you know where you're going, you know important items are still around and easily to find as well. And here's when I realized the jumping animation looks cool. You get these little jetpacks on the sides.
Don't look now, but we got company.
You really sure you work?
I couldn't even see the enemy, and the enemy was right in front of me, by the way. So dodging and jumping consume thruster gauge. When the gauge falls below a set level, these actions are disabled. You use control to dodge, left or right, forward and back as well. So it's directional, and space to jump, and if you hold space you hover for a little bit. It took me a little while to understand what I was reading, so again I do apologize. Would you even believe I still didn't know that was the enemy in front of me? Because I was stuck on looking at the animation, trying to understand what's going on. But let's see if I was smart enough to get it anytime now. Probably not. It really took me excessively long to see what I was doing here, but here we go. I think it's at this point that I realized what the hovering was. Yep, there we go. And there we go. So you see I got 99% damage, and it makes pretty much every gun super useful. I'm really not sure why when I'm playing a game and I'm in game I get so focused it takes me a while to do anything, but at that point you had, I'll call them like little mini med kits that you use to repair your suit, aka your health. So you just press Q and you just heal up and it does that for you. And here I think it was the door that made me think, oh, this is very Anthem wise. Yeah, Babel Industries. I thought it was like the language learning thing, so I was laughing at myself over there. Nothing really here. We have to, I'll just let it play for now, because I feel like the more I talk, the more I'm gonna like spoil what's coming up next. But I was just admiring the graphics, to be honest, going back and forth.
I can open it.
This is another hack-in. This is actually really nice, and it's easier than the hacking the bots, but you just need to tap letters by letters, usually WASD, in the correct order from the outside ring to the inside ring.
To restore full functionality, please reboot the main power terminal on the top floor.
There we go. First one down.
Again, at this point, I was mesmerized by the graphics. I don't know what it is, but I'm a sucker for when something looks good, okay? The lighting, the floor, the texture, everything just felt really nice. And you see the details in the floors? Oh, pretty. That's the hovering feature. Pretty nice. I did it again and I crashed, but we don't talk about it. There you go. Well, I was trying to jump again. Okay, so at this point I realized the movement in this game is not the greatest, but it's nice, because again, it's not about the movement. This is not Apex Legends. This is a story game, puzzle solving, you know, little robots here and there, few core mechanics that are pretty cool, but the animation always gets to me. Look at the hair, look at all the movements. It just felt realistic. Well, realistic, it felt too good. Shockwave gun. It's just a shotgun. Powerful close range shockwaves and makes enemies easier to stagger. It becomes less effective as distance increases. And you have like 1, 2, 3 to select your weapons as well.
That one's not that good at long distances.
And I love how she actually gives you details about things as well. Here, I started panicking. 3 enemies against me, and I was still learning how to hack efficiently. So there you go. I would click, but I would forget to move the mouse. And then I wouldn't realize that when you hack the bot, it's usually the one that comes out with, yeah, you see that one has some weird stuff coming out of its body. There we go. That's how you know that you've hacked them. I'm not sure about this one. Yeah, they do the same. Get this blue thing out.
Guess that's that.
I'm glad I rewatched this back and I'm doing this voiceover because I can actually see things that I didn't notice my first run.
Hugh, there's a terminal.
Yeah, this is another terminal hack. Again, see there's a particular order, just go through it. It's pretty simple, pretty calm.
One more to go.
Look at that. Movement alone just feels good. I don't know what it is about it. It just feels right. Again, a little dumb moment. It was clearly prompting me to hack, and I wasn't doing it. That was the other kind of hack as well. I didn't notice it at the time because there was only one button. But this is the third kind of hack that you learn already. And you pick it up pretty quickly anyway. Alright, at this stage, I mean, it's pretty simple. I'm gonna let the game go. If there's anything I need to read out, I'll read it out. I feel like I've talked enough for now. Right, the decode. Decode is a hacking node. This is specifically the yellow one. They have special effects that trigger when you pass through them while completing a hack. They increase effectiveness. There you go. These nodes can only be used a limited amount of time, so you get to carry only 3 at a time. And temporarily increasing damage dealt. Repeated use on the same enemy reduces its effectiveness. Passing through multiple nodes of the same time boosts damage further. So it took me a while because I was trying to think how effective this would be, but I will show up next what it was actually like. So I'm not gonna spoil and say what it does or how it functions, but it's pretty self-explanatory. I was just lost in here trying to explain to myself, oh, so this is how it would work. That would be pretty cool. Maybe not do it that way, and when we get there, you will see.
We can use this to hit harder and beat things faster.
Intruders detected. Please remove them from the premises.
Okay, so straight up from here, we were put in a situation where we had to actually use it. This one was a little bit tougher, that's why they gave you that. And this is where I messed up already. I didn't get the whole damage that I wanted, or I could have actually gotten if I completed it. But you see how I repeated it multiple times and failed multiple times? If every time I failed, I had collected a yellow node, it wouldn't have been as effective every consecutive time. It would have just lost its value pretty much. But I think 1 or twice actually just worked fine. To Young Bay from Kevin. Things at a solar plant are, in a word, quiet. Grunts like us show up in the morning and check out what the bots have planned for the day. And then we spend the rest of the day trying to look busy. Gets you thinking. We're both engineers, but you ended up on the front lines of lunar development, and me wish I could be out there too. So this is from somebody who's not working here, and I think that's Kevin sending it to Young Bay. Young Bay is an interesting name.
Work, leaving him bored to tears. Man, cry me a river.
This is quite funny, and I like the comments that they make. It's not like a very
Kinda hard to get bored
silent
with
game. They all
chit-chat.
talk, make little comments. It's like they'll even have conversations with themselves. Warning, are normally detected. This power plant has entered emergency mode. Cradle power output is currently limited to 35% of standard capacity. Trams and supplementary facilities are now non-operational. To restore full functionality, restart the main power generator on the top floor under administrator supervision, which is what we're aiming to do in this demo. Or I guess it will also be one of the first missions to do. Again, look at the reflections on the floor, like the panels, the movement, everything is dead but still feels alive for some reason. I just don't know. Even looking back at it again, I'm just like, ooh, okay. It's got something going for itself. Really, look at the reflections there. Really, really nice. Lights as well. They did a really good job combining the dark and bright. It's never too bright, never too dark, you know. Obviously you do the settings yourselves as well with the gamma and such, but it just genuinely feels good. And this is the last scan of 3 for the door. So here I was trying to figure out if I had to just hold it down or tap for it to work, but it was all good.
Alright, we made it. Now where do we find the main power terminal?
Bearing in mind, I was about to cry because I used my last, I'll call it medkit for now. Look at this, it all feels so nice and so good. Escape hatches are checkpoints that Hugh can return to if incapacitated. But this is such a big word, we're just gonna go over it. I was stuck there trying to read it out. I think every time I read it out, I pronounced it wrong. Diana must hack an escape hatch to activate it. In the full game, you can return to the shelter where escape hatches. At the shelter, your suit integrity will fully recover, and you can upgrade your gear as well as interact with Diana. So at some point, we'll have a little house where we can return back to, and well, a house, a home base, I guess. And Diana will be there and we can talk, and it's gonna be really, really nice, like father and daughter, you know. At this point, I don't even know what I was doing. I was just speechless, standing around. Yeah, it was pretty cool. And you see when you stand around, it makes these little animations just to keep the game going. Alright, so this is another weapon, the stasis weapon, or stasis, whatever you want to call it. A tactical unit that fires a spherical electromagnetic net. It expands on impacts, immobilizing enemies within the radius for a short time. This is pretty good. This is actually a really nice weapon. And the good thing, because it's a tutorial, it will always show you the animation of what the weapon does or what anything does in the game pretty much. But now we had a combination of 3. You just had to use your brains. And guess who didn't have brains? Me. I thought I was doing great. I really thought I was doing great, okay? And then I started to fumble. Because pressing the side button was so inconvenient for me. I do not know why. And each time I was doing that and stopping, I don't know if it's affecting my progress of hacking, but it was doing something. And I was running out of ammo too. Also with this last one, I realized you don't always have to maximize the efficiency. Sometimes with these little ones, I think a node or 2 is enough, even if there's 3 available.
We better get in contact with her before it's too late.
Again, this was a different kind of hack. I think at this point I realized, wait, this looks different. And I was just like, oh, well, let's move in and see, as long as they keep it simple, you know. Look at the lights here. Oh, it feels good. It really feels good. I don't see this being like a really big game. I think it's gonna be mainly in facilities like this, so you see a lot of things repeating itself, but it looks absolutely great.
From handling small stuff to knocking out big tasks, they got it covered.
There are no kids here, but if there were, they could probably handle them, too. And with Edith managing the lot, they're always there when you need them.
Man, what should we do? It's just so much easier to let the walkers handle it.
Well, I mean, there's still plenty of work that only a human can do. Like thinking up new innovations, or new business ventures to explore. But anyway, enough slacking. Time to get back to crunching those lab results.
This replay feature brought me back to The Division 2, and then it clicked like a few things also remind me of a lot of games. So there was another message from Jacob to Liam about the hologram surveillance. It has come to my attention that a simple mistake I had made got caught on hologram, and now the recording is being spread around the cradle. I enjoy my work, but it doesn't foster a positive work environment knowing that everything I do could be the subject of criticism or a joke. Is it really necessary for all operations to be recorded with such strict surveillance? And then I think somebody replied back to them saying, I regret to inform you upon joining the cradle, you agreed to a contract acknowledging that all areas except for designated private zones are subject to continuous 24-hour surveillance. Honestly, I sometimes wonder if the company is pushing the boundaries with this policy, but I suppose Delphi wants to leverage its access to state-of-the-art tech to strengthen security measures cradle-wide. I'm sorry I could not provide more concrete answer, but rest assured your concerns have been noted. I like these little messages around. You get to understand the life that was going on here when there were actual people. Now that they're, for what reason, nowhere to be found. I guess the robots rebelled and eliminated everybody. Look at this. It's the details. I guess I have an obsession with perfectionism and stuff like that, but this just took me away. I was proud of myself for doing this really nicely. Although it doesn't get easier than this, because I was like, oh, look at me, I'm a pro now. This kind of was simple, but at the time in my head, okay, you would not believe I did not realize that was a mirror. Just look at this. I really thought I was gonna walk through it. Oh dear. Anyway, like I said earlier, you can only carry 3, so every time you find them, they're in 3s. Unless you've used them all, you're never gonna get more than 3, and if you've used maybe 2 out of 3, it will replenish 1 extra for you. The key to living on the moon advancing research and development was ensuring access to stable power supply. It's fair to say that this advanced system in place at a solar panel have been the backbone for supporting Delphi's development and expansion at the cradle. Boy, did I rush through that. Not a clue. Also, it doesn't let you pick up a new weapon if you still have ammo in the previous weapon you were carrying. That's when I realized that as well. Yeah, here I was just testing out the movement to see just how good it looks, to be honest. Also, when there's a game where you gotta collect a lot of loot, I don't like missing out on loot. I just make sure it's all going. Almost messed up there.
Maybe there's an elevator up ahead.
I like it. I like that they're alive in the game. They're talking to you. Well, they're talking to themselves, but you know what I mean. This is where I realized there's gonna be a boss fight. Whether now or later, because there's no way you're gonna throw me like 2-3 weapons on the floor. That's why I was hesitant, looking left and right before going in. And this was the third kind of hacking. There is a timer if you see on the top right. You gotta do it in the right order numerically. So 1, 2, 3, 4. But it's WASD, so if you're playing on computer, you're probably just used to it. Look at this. Oh my goodness. I'm just a sucker for quality, and I'll always say that. Always. Like, there's a lot of games that I'm missing out on because I do not see the quality. And here I was really trying my best to take advantage of the yellow nodes. But to be honest, I didn't need to use it on them because they're like little bots. But I still did because I was excited. And out of the 3 guns, the grip gun always recharges on its own, so you don't really need to worry about that running out of ammo ever. However, the other ones, they genuinely do run out, and they replenish as well, like I mentioned earlier. There we go.
Not sure. Starting to feel a bit lost.
Look at that. That reminds me of the Colossus in Anthem. You know, the big armor, kind of. I don't know why. It just reminds me of that. But it's not to say most games cannot be, you know, different. Did I pick this up? Yes, I did. See, so it replenishes back to 3, never more than that. And this is the best part where I panicked my life away, and I am so glad the recorder didn't pick up because I was screaming and shouting for my life for mistakes that I was making, of course.
Lockdown disengaged. Reconnecting primary power. Energy levels at 30%. 40%.
But be honest, look at the visuals. Look how clean, how nice, and how detailed it looked outside. It was just too perfect. And even little details like these. Come on, look at that. It was just too perfect. They were hitting the right spot, you know. They were checking all the boxes. What can I say? I even like the HUD that the robot has. I'm definitely excited for this game when it comes out. I'll definitely be playing it. I just need to make the time for it, but I'm pretty sure I'm playing this game. Alright, this is where I knew I was gonna fight for my life. And I tried. Only God knows I tried, because look at this. I was doing it as fast as I could. But look at this guy. Tanky as heck, was not taking damage. And I was wondering as well, if I do another hacking, he got me anyway here. If I do another hacking, am I still gonna increase my damage? What's gonna go on? But my brain was just dead at this point. You need to get close enough to hack them as well, because she needs to be in range. And that's when I realized, oh yeah, the damage does stack up and you can do more and more. But I tried, really tried. I tried to get the yellow because I think I was running out of them. But then if you keep a distance between yourself and them, you need to go back to them before they start getting strong again. Look at how quickly I was doing things. You can tell I don't play games with big bosses like that, right?
Then I guess we can just go in blasting.
And you see how when they get hit, the movement of both is just amazing. At this point, I personally didn't know what I was doing, but I'm glad she was communicating stuff with me, because all I really had to do was just listen to her. If this didn't even prompt up, I would have just rushed over and done this because she reminded me to do it, or she told me to do it, which is a pretty cool feature. I like that. It would have been a writing on some game on the screen to say, oh, you gotta go closer and hit them, which is quite annoying. This was really good. I love the animation here. Look at the hair. Look at the details. Oh, she went crazy here. It was beautiful. I was so mesmerized by the graphics, I forgot to press X for a moment. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that. When the hacking gauge fills, Diana's ability overdrive protocol can be activated, which is usually next to the health bar. When used, it opens nearby enemies, immobilizes them briefly, and deals damage to the gauge. Jesus Christ. Fills by hacking. So every time we hack, she slowly gets a bit filled up with a gauge, which is pretty cool.
Whoa!
I don't think I even realized I was filling up while I was hacking, because I was just in the moment of like shoot. So now I'm gonna take a look and see if I actually filled up the bar. Oh my goodness, was I panicking here? I failed this miserably as well, but I was aware enough to kind of run around and avoid the missiles that it was throwing. Again, I know for a fact this task is kind of something I'm going to be using a lot. Look at that damage everywhere from the shotgun. The shotgun takes time to reload though. It might be one of the best, but reload times is crazy. I think the moment it goes purple, yeah, that's when just jump on it. So beautiful, man. Look at that. Look at everything on screen is just perfect. Everything on screen was just perfect.
Energy levels restored.
Man, I don't know about you, but if you're not hype about this game, I don't know what you're into. Obviously, we all have our differences, but a game like this, look at it.
This is how we say good job.
I'm telling you, they've checked so many boxes with this game. Like, even the interaction alone, come on, you can't tell me otherwise. It put a smile on my face. You got a father and daughter just running around
All right.
and just having it. Well, I wouldn't say a good time, but it's like, you know, they're beating up the robots. It put a smile on my face. I've been smiling through the whole game. Like, it's cute, it's wholesome. And you thought that was wholesome? Look at this. Give it a moment. Okay, trust me. Too realistic to be an android, or you know. But look at that. That was adorable. That was cute. I like this. I like this game. I love it. Took me a whole 20 minutes to actually finish the game, apparently. Pretty sure this video itself is like 35 minutes. However, cool. I don't know who number 8 is, but I'm pretty sure it might be her. Like, you know, they just number butts and stuff. But yeah, the game will be releasing in April 2026 on the 24th. I think there is an early access as well. Not a lot of people are gonna jump on that. I might even jump on that, to be honest. Come on. It's a beautiful game, beautiful graphics. It's still got improvements going based on what they say on Steam. This is not the final product, so some things will change. But from what I've played today, I'll be honest with you guys, I enjoyed every moment of it. It was chaotic at the beginning. It takes time to get used to. You play it 3-4 times, you'll be really great at it. So yeah, the game will be out. I'll be on there. I'll try and make some videos about it. And I don't think it's gonna happen, but I'll be hoping to put like an extended version that we can play again, because this was amazing. But anyway, thank you for watching the video. Again, I apologize for the actual reactions not being there, the in-game moments not being there. I'll be more careful when recording next videos, but I hope I wasn't too annoying with the voiceovers. So yeah, I will see you in the next video. Thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to, what did it say? Subscribe, like, and comment. Yeah, them 3. Alright, thank you very much, and see you in the next one. Cheers.